right over the middle of your body, and you can draw the crown of your head up to the sky. And then rest your hands gently on your legs and let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Start to breathe this morning. Coming onto our mats, allowing ourselves to just live now in this moment. Easier to say than to do, but one way we can really connect with the moment and where we are now is through our breath, our life force. So let's deepen. Feel yourself fill and expand. And then as you exhale, give yourself permission to soften, to release, to let go. Take a scan of your body this morning. See what's going on, check in. And then we'll bring one hand to our heart, one hand just above our belly button. Set your intention for your practice. And we'll take a clearing breath together, in through the nose. Open mouth, sigh, let it go. Do that one more time. Connect deeply as you breathe in and as you empty. Start to pull your knees in towards you and take some movement. Take some circles, side to side, back and forth. And then go ahead and dip both knees over. Oh, you guys aren't laying down, you're sitting up. Okay, so from a seated position, go ahead and roll around here. Take circles through the torso. Skype, Zoom, digital. And then come to stillness. Take your arms up and over your head. Flip your palms. Get long through the side body. Reach up as far as you can and take a little bend over to the left, keeping your right hip planted. And then we'll do it on the other side. Come back through center. Reach, reach, reach the other way. Feel the ribs open and separate and lengthen. Let's do that one more time on each side. Inhale as you reach through center. Exhale as you take a little crescent. Inhale through center. Exhale to crescent. Come back to neutral. Bring your hands in front of you, interlace your fingers. Take some circles through the wrists. Little figure eights go in both directions. And then roll over onto hands and knees. We'll find our table pose. We'll start coming into our cow cats. Inhaling as you drop your belly down. Exhaling as you round your spine. Find that pattern, find that breath, connecting. And then coming to your neutral spine, we'll take the right foot back, flex it like you're standing on the wall behind you, lengthen. We're gonna take the right foot out to the right side of the body, like you're trying to stamp the wall with your foot on the right, and then take it back. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, rotate the hip out. Inhale, send it back. Exhale to rotate the hip. Do that twice more with control. Send it back. Rotate open. One more time. Send it back. Rotate open. This time we're going to leave it out and drop the foot down by your side, coming up onto your left knee. Reach the hands up high. As you exhale, drop the right hand down, left arm up and over. Come back through center and then drop the left hand down, modified side plank. Let's do that a few more times. Peel up, inhale, reach up and over your head. Exhale, drop the hand, find your modified side plank. One more time, reach up and over. And then this time we're going to come back to that modified side plank, hold it. You can leave the foot down, you can float it up, or you can reach back for the bind. Pressing foot into hand, hand into foot. And then release the bind, release the foot. We're going to come back up onto our knees and find table pose again, hands and knees. Taking cat-cows again, finding your breath. And then same thing on the other side, stack your joints on the left foot back, flex your foot. Flex, 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 and get long through the leg. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, rotate your foot open from the hip. Send it back, inhale. Exhale and rotate. Inhale, send it back. Exhale to open. Send it back. Last time, open, flex your foot, and then slowly drop the foot down to the ground. Come up onto your right knee, reach up high. Drop your left hand down, right arm up and over the head. Come back through center, right arm down, coming into your side plank, peeling the foot up. Inhale, reach to the left. Exhale, back through center, drop the hand. Do it again. Reach down. And then one more time, do it again, hold it. And then as you come back to your modified side plank, optional leave the foot down to float it up or to look for the bind. Go ahead and release it. Let's come right back onto hands and knees. And we'll find child's pose. Toes together, knees apart, hips to heels. Reach out in front of you. Bring your forehead down. Sink down. And then back up onto hands and knees. We're going to tuck our toes under, lift our hips high, come into your down dog. Pedal your feet out. Shake your head. Find whatever variation of down dog's feeling good to you this morning. And then come into your plank, roll forward with strength, shoulders over your wrists. You know, you can always drop your knees down if you need that. And then exhale to your down dog. Don't move your hands or your feet. Do it one more time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then start to tiptoe your feet forward. We're going to find our forward fold. Let your head hang. Take opposite elbows and opposite hands. You can bend your knees as much as you'd like here. And then release your hands down to the ground. Inhale, come up halfway, hands to shins, long spine, soft knees. Exhale, fold. Do that again. Inhale, lengthen halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold. This time we're going to come all the way up. Reach your hands up and over your head. Take a little baby back bend. Then as you exhale, dive down, reach for your toes. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Let's step just the left foot back. We'll come onto the ball of the left foot. Move back and forth on the left toes a little bit. Drop the left hip down a little bit. And then drop your left knee, untuck your left toes and sweep up, fingertips to the sky. Interlace your fingers, flip the palms. Let's crescent over to the right. And then come back through center, crescent to the left. Come back through center, let's find our back bend, open the heart again. Take the hands down to frame the front foot, half split, straighten the front knee. Come onto the heel of the right foot. Breathe here. And then walk your hands back to frame your front foot. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. Take both hands to the inside of the right foot, and let's start walking ourselves around to frame our left foot, coming into a low lunge on the other side. Drop the right hip down this time. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toe, and sweep it up, low lunge. Take your hands behind your back this time. Interlace your fingers, press your palms together. Lift through the chest. Lift the chin, and then take the hands back up. Exhale to frame the foot with the hands, half split, straighten the front knee. Flex the front foot, and fold. Start to walk the hands forward, plant the foot, plant the hands. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. Look to the top of the mat. We're going to take a big step forward to forward fold. This time take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. See if you can bring your palms up and away from your back. And then hands come down. We're going to come all the way up. Up, 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 reach up. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Find your mountain pose. Go ahead and sway the weight back and forth between both feet a little bit here until you find balance. Next time we inhale, we're coming to chair pose. Take it down with ease and with effort. And then as you exhale, stand up, bring your hands to your heart. Let's do that again. We'll match the breath with the movement. Inhale to sit. And when you're ready to exhale, stand. Press your feet firmly into the earth. Twice more. Inhale to sit. Come low. Exhale to stand. One more time. Come low. Take a breath in. Exhale, straighten your knees, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Let's step just the right foot back. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Go back and forth on the toes again. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes, sweep the hands up, interlace the fingers, flip the palms. Crescent over to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, crescent to the right. Come back to neutral. Take a little back bend, and then take your hands down to frame your front foot. This time we're going to come back into half splits, but you're going to have the option of going back and forth from half splits to low lunge. So start to move through that dynamic movement with breath. Inhale to come forward, exhale to send it back. And so you're going at your own pace here, matching your breath with your movement. And then next time you find yourself in your low lunge, tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee up and take both hands to the inside of your left foot. Start to toe heel the left foot out to the edge of the mat so you're in lizard. Drop the hip down, press into the palms and hold it. Activating the back leg, keeping the left foot flat on the mat, elbows straight, nose facing the mat. 2 more breaths. And then we'll start walking the hands around to the other side to frame the right foot. Low lunge. Find your low lunge coming onto the ball of the left foot. Drop the left hip down a little bit. And then drop the back knee and tuck the back toes. We're going to sweep it up, breath in, Hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers, palms together. Find your back bend. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then take the hands back up and over the head. As you exhale, drop your hands down. Frame your front foot. Half split. Start to straighten the front knee. And then take your dynamic movement. Coming forward and back. Match your breath with this movement. Then next time you find yourself in your low lunge, you're going to bring both feet to the inside of your right foot, walk the right foot out to the edge of the mat, and then tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, find your lizard. And then we're going to step the right foot back to meet the left foot, plank pose. And make your way to down dog. If you'd like to take a flow, or send your hips directly to the sky, finding your downward facing dog. This time, send your right leg up high, inhale. Take the right knee to touch the right elbow, hover and hold it. Let's send it back again. This time, take the right knee to touch the left elbow, hover and hold it and twist. Come back through center. And then we'll make our way to warrior one. Step the foot through, plant it, and rise. Hands behind the back. Interlace your fingers, lift the chest. Humble warrior, long spine. Drop your shoulder down, look at your left foot. Bring your hands back up. Lift your fingertips high. Palms come together at the heart. Let's come to stork pose. Press into the front foot, bring your left knee in. Once you find your balance, drop your hands by your hips and look for warrior three. Let's come back to stork. See if you can do it without touching the foot back to the ground. Take your time. Pull the knee back into the chest. And then replace the foot on the mat. Mountain pose. Take a moment to realign. To find weight in both feet. Spread the toes wide. And then reach up high. As you exhale, hinge. Lengthen halfway and fold. Go ahead and take your flow, go through vinyasa or come straight to down dog, your choice. This time take your left leg to float. As you exhale, left knee touches left elbow. Let's send it back. Take the twist, left knee, right elbow. Send it back. Step it through, warrior one. Take the back foot to 45 degrees, press into both feet and rise. Settle in. Hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers, lift the chest, open the heart. Hinge forward, humble warrior. Come back up, warrior one. Keep your feet firmly planted. And then press your palms together. Bring your thumbs to your breastbone. Start to shift the weight into the left foot. Stork pose. Bring the knee in. Give yourself a moment to settle and balance. And then when you're ready, drop your hands for warrior three. Stork, come back in slowly with control. If you need to tap the foot down, of course, do that. Knee comes back into the chest. Set it down to Tadasana. Standing up tall. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Stay right here, just fold. We're gonna plant the palms. We're gonna take the left foot up, kind of like you're coming into standing splits. Lift the left leg, and then set it down for warrior two. Nice wide stance, pull yourself up, warrior two. Flip both palms over, soften your shoulders. Press down into the front foot, press into the back foot. Bring the palms back down and gaze over your front fingertips. Your feet are your roots. Rounding down, rooting to rise up. Flip your front palm, peaceful warrior. Come up and back. And then straighten the front knee. Peel the right toes from the mat. Come onto your right heel. Start to replace the foot. We're going to find triangle pose. So reach right fingertips forward, left hip back, tilt and reach. If you want to take the half bind, top hand comes around the back, looking for the bottom hip crease, right hip crease, and then the right hand can float up, palm up, reach, reach, reach. And then look down at your right foot. We're going to come to pyramid pose. Drop your hands down, step your back foot in, bring your feet into two lanes of traffic, lengthen the spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, fold. Look to the top of the mat. Start to bend into your front knee. We're going to step forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Toe hold, take your fingers to your big toes. Send your elbows in opposite directions. Draw your nose towards your knees. And then release the bind. Come up halfway, flat back, long spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up, palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Find your mountain, take a moment, breathe, connect. Next time you inhale, reach up. As you exhale, fold in half. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, just fold, hold your fold. Standing splits, peeling the right heel up. Lift it, drop the head, and then start to bend into the standing knee, warrior two. Drop it down, root your feet, and cartwheel your arms up. Settle in. On your next inhalation, peaceful warrior, reach up and back. Straighten the front knee and peel the left toes up this time. And then replace your foot. Start to look for your Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. Reach forward, drop the hand, and then reach for the sky. And then you have the option of the half bind. You have the option of reaching your hand forward. Look down to the left foot, drop the hand. We're going to start rotating the chest and finding our pyramid pose. Drop your hand, bend into the front knee, step the back foot in. Find your pyramid, lengthen on the inhalation, fold over your extended leg on the exhalation. Start to look to the top of the mat, right foot meets left foot, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. This time we're going to plant the right foot and come into tree pose. Left foot finds a home somewhere on your right leg. Give yourself a moment to settle in and see where that foot wants to be today. So if you're a little more wobbly, the foot might want to be down longer. I mean lower, not longer, lower. And then take your hands to your shoulders. Send your elbows out wide. Now take your hands out straight like a T, palms facing the front. Now make branches, reach up. As you continue to breathe, take your hands back to the T position, reaching for opposite walls with your fingertips. Take your hands back to your shoulders, elbows poking out. And then bring your hands back to your heart. Bring your left knee back into your chest. Step back, warrior one with control. Big breath in as you rise. As you exhale, hinge at your hips. Reach back, long spine, let it go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, long spine, flat back. Let's do that one more time. Reach it up. Long spine, flat back. Warrior one, come back up. Palms come back together, bring them to your heart. Step back to your stork. And then place your left ankle over your right ankle. Pinky toes touch. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold with crossed ankles. If you want to take your hands around the backs of your ankles, you can do that to challenge your balance. Or you can take your hands behind your back for the shoulder stretch. And then hands come down to the ground, uncross the ankles, bring the feet right next to each other, bend one knee as you straighten the other knee, shake the hips out a little bit. And then inhale to reach all the way up high to the sky, palms together at your heart. Trying that on the other side, left foot plants, find your tree pose, take a moment to settle, figure out where your foot needs to be for tree on this side. And then once you feel settled, hands come behind your back. See if you can grab opposite elbows or maybe opposite wrists. And relax your shoulders away from your ears. Bring the hands back in, palms together at the heart. Right knee comes back in, stork. Big step back, warrior one, rise up as you inhale. And then next time you exhale, come to a flat back, airplane arms reach back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge and reach. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge. Come back up, reach up high, palms together, hands to the heart. Bring the knee back to the chest, find that stork. And then cross ankle over ankle, pinky toes to touch. Send the arms up. And then fold when you're ready. Take the arm variation you prefer here. Maybe holding the ankles, maybe taking the shoulder stretch, maybe leaving the fingertips down on the ground. And then uncross the ankles, feet right next to one another. Start to rise up on the inhalation. And as you exhale, come all the way back down, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Go ahead and flow through your vinyasa or step right into downward facing dog, whatever you prefer. And we'll meet in down dog. From downward facing dog, let's press into plank. We're going to take the left hand under the nose and find side plank, Vashisthasana. Peel the right arm up. This time, option to take tree leg and lift the hips high. You can also drop the bottom knee down to the earth. Hold it. If you'd like to add on, you can take the right arm up and over the head. If you'd like to add on from there, take your right toes, come onto the ball of your right foot behind your left thigh, and then lift your hips high for wild thing. Drop your head if that feels okay on your neck. And then send the hips down to the ground, slowly, slowly, slowly. Take the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Rotate over your extended leg, sit up tall. And as you exhale, fold, fold in half. Reach for your foot. If you can't reach your foot, that's quite all right. Long spine, folding as you exhale. And then come back through center. Take the right hand by the right hip. We're going to come up, lift the hips, stargazer. Come up onto the right shin and peel your left arm up. Reach back. And then drop the hips down. Take the left hand back down. We're going to come back into plank pose. So side plank pose. So press into the left hand. Reach up, maybe starting with wild thing. Maybe finding tree. Going backwards here. Bringing the foot down, plank pose, down dog. You can flow if you want to. Take a couple of breaths here. I'm going to switch sides so you can see me on the other side. Stay where you are, stay where you are. And then we're going to come back to plank, take the right hand under the nose, side plank, same thing here. So establishing your side plank or your supported side plank. You can find your tree. You can reach the left hand up and over. A little strength work here. You can take the ball of the left foot and plant it down behind your right calf. Lift your hips, lift your heart. Find your wild thing, look behind you. Then use control to set your hips down. Slowly, bending into the right elbow. Janu Shirsasana, it's head to knee pose. Rotate your torso over your extended leg and then fold. Back up to a neutral spine, left hand by left hip. Stargazer, come onto your left shin and reach your arm up and back. Drop the hips, plant the right palm. We're going to come backwards, back into side plank. So press into the right palm. Maybe you start with wild thing. And then maybe you come into your tree leg. And then back to Vashisthasana. And then back to plank. And then take a flow. We're going to meet in child's pose. So of course you can come straight to child's. Let's take puppy pose. So we're coming onto hands and knees. Bring the knees right under the hips. And then start to walk the hands out far, maybe even off the mat. My hands are coming off my mat. Leaving your hips over your heels. Start to sink your chest down. Start to sink your heart down. This is also called heart melting pose. You can come onto your chin and forearms, or forehead. And then slide onto your belly and find Sphinx pose. Elbows a little bit ahead of the shoulders. Fingertips spread wide. Lift through the chest. Breath in. And as you exhale, soften the shoulders away from the ears. As you breathe in, feel your belly press into the earth. And as you breathe out, soften. 2 more breaths here. And then make a little pillow with your hands. Bring one cheek to your pillow, bend your knees, rock the knees back and forth. From here, we're going to bring the forearms right back under into Sphinx pose, but this time we're going to take it into forearm plank. So once you've established your forearms as a base, tuck your back toes and lift, forearm plank. And then option to turn this into dolphin. Shift your weight back and forth onto your forearms here. Maybe make this dance a little shorter. Option to float your right foot up. Option to switch legs. Take it a couple more times. One more time. Drop the knees. Let's find child's pose. Kneading in down dog. Inhale the right leg high to the sky. We're going to come across for the twist. So take the right knee to touch the left elbow. Straighten the right knee. Come onto the knife edge of the right foot. Falling star. Fallen triangle. Fallen warrior. That's a lot of names. Drop the hand, left hand, and then slide the right shin behind the wrists, finding pigeon pose. Flipping onto your back if that's more appropriate. Using a prop under your right hip if that feels like you need a little support. And then find your breath, soften down. Coming up onto your palms, we're going to take proud pigeon pose. Step the hands out wide so that they're at the edge or right off your mat, and come onto your spider fingers. Lift your chest, lift your chin, find a back bend through the middle of your spine. And then as you exhale, come to your humble pigeon, bending your elbows out to the side, drop the crown of your head to kiss the mat. Inhale, find your proud pigeon, lift, 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 lift your chin. And as you exhale, come back into your humble pigeon. One more time, flow through it with breath, proud pigeon, humble pigeon. Come back up, walk your hands under your shoulders, flatten your palms, tuck your back toe, lift the back knee, downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal it out. You can take another flow if you want to. And then when you're ready, the left foot will float. We'll do the same thing on this side. So bring the left knee to touch the left elbow, the right elbow rather, and then straighten the left leg. Come onto the knife edge of the left foot, fall in triangle. And then plant the right palm, pigeon pose, resting half pigeon. Set yourself up, lengthen through the back leg, use any props you need or take an adjustment, take a variation. And when you're ready, exhale to fold. Come back up onto palms. Step the hands out wide. Come onto your tips of your fingers, fingertips, I guess we call them. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, humble pigeon. Do that twice more. Find the flow here. Breathe in. Hold. One more time. Roll up. Fold. Next time you come up, lift the chest. Walk the palms right under the shoulders. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Down dog. Take your movement. Realign your hips. Maybe go through another flow. We're going to come into our garland pose from here, Malasana. So looking to the top of the mat, deep bend in the knees, take a hop and bring your feet to the outside of your pinky fingers. Find your squat. Put something under your hips if that's helpful, or come all the way down onto your tailbone and take a seat. Sit up tall. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together. Imagine that your back is pressed into a wall behind you. So the back of your head and your spine are pressed into a wall. You can stay here if you feel like practicing your crow pose this morning. You can plant your palms and work on your crow for a few breaths, getting the knees up high. Look forward, find your balance. Or maybe you don't find your balance today, that's okay. Meeting back in your squat. And then come all the way onto your tailbone. Send your legs out in front of you, tick-tock the legs back and forth. Nice job. Okay, so we're gonna send our left shin and bring it to the top of the mat. Sometimes I'm mirroring you, sometimes I'm not, figuring all this out. This is my left shin. It's probably your right if we're mirroring. And flex the foot. We're gonna work on double pigeon. So take the opposite shin and bring ankle over knee, knee over ankle. So it's like fire log. Sometimes this is called fire log. I know this isn't great for everybody. So if your knee's popping up, you can stick a block, a blanket, a pillow, whatever there. You can also slide the right shin in front of the left shin for this. But wherever you are, see if you can plant both hips and sit up tall. So if you have a block, that's fine. Just sit up tall. A lot of us are going to feel this here in the hips, particularly the outer right hip, the top hip. Flex your feet. And then if you'd like a little more intensity, you can start to hinge at your hips. Try not to round your back. A block or a pillow can be helpful here. You'll have kind of a target for your forehead. And you can fold and maybe drop your forehead down, or maybe you're staying up a little higher. And this is a really good time to become aware of the difference in your body between discomfort and pain. So really feeling whatever you're feeling, but if you're getting to that point of pain, backing off a little or make an adjustment. If you're feeling simply discomfort, breathing into that area that's uncomfortable, give it permission to soften. Come back up to a neutral spine if you're not already there. Lean back on your hands, unwind the legs, take the feet out nice and wide, and then come all the way onto one hip and all the way onto the other hip. And then it feels really good to press the hip into the ground and take some little circles. So using the earth to massage through the outer hip. Do the same thing on the other side. And then we're going to switch sides. So bring the opposite shin in front. And this side might be different. You know, we're asymmetrical, so you never know. One side's always tighter than the other. Ankle, knee, knee, ankle, flexing the feet, using your prop if a prop's appropriate, or sliding the top shin in front if that's appropriate. So take a moment to get settled into your appropriate shape. And then when you're ready, you can sit up tall, close your eyes and breathe, or you can start to fold forward a little bit, maybe even dropping your forehead down. Pull yourself back up when you're ready. Last time to unwind. Last time to take that movement that you need in your hips, any organic movement you need. And we're going to meet on our backs. So when you're ready, swing your legs out in front of you, scoot your hips forward and come onto your back. Pull your knees into your chest, take some circles, rock back and forth. And we'll take a dip to the right. Both knees drop to the right. Left hand can come down to provide a little pressure. I'm sorry, right hand can come down to the left thigh to provide a little pressure. And if your knees are floating, take a block or a pillow or a blanket under there, or even in between. And that way you can open your arms and maybe sink both shoulders and shoulder blades down to the mat to get a nice stretch through your thoracic, a twist through your thoracic spine. Same thing on the other side. So take a moment to draw your knees back through center, flatten your back completely, and then tip to the left. Same thing here. See if you'd like to use a prop on the opposite side. Extend your right arm long and melt into the twist. And then back to neutral. Pull the knees in. Let's take happy baby. See if you can grab the outside edges of the feet and drop the tailbone down. And then we'll tip back and forth. And next time you're tipping over to your right side, see if you can straighten the right knee. Keep the bind on the right foot, the outside of the right foot. And then come back through center and do the same thing on the other side. Tip and straighten. If you can't get the outside of the feet, you can also do this with your hands on your ankles or your calves. And then maybe you can come a little deeper into that lengthening of the leg. And then before we start to get set up for a final rest, let's do legs up the wall. I like to do this with a block under my back. I like the extra lift, but you can also have your tailbone on the ground. Palms come up to face the ceiling. And if you don't have any blood pressure issues, send your legs up. Soften your knees. Relax your ankles and let your entire upper body melt. Feet float back down to the ground. Remove the block. Maybe give your feet some pitter patters to bring some blood back into them. And then let your knees rock a little bit. And start to prepare for your final rest. Make yourself comfy and cozy. Soften your body. Put on layers if that feels good. And give yourself permission to just melt in here. Take a final breath in and a full breath out. I will be back to rouse you in a moment. In to deepen your breath. Invite some movement back to your body. When you're ready to pull your knees in, go ahead and do that. And then roll over onto your right side. Rest for just a moment in a fetal position, where you can absorb the benefits of your practice. And then come up to a seated position, bringing your palms together at your heart in this position of gratitude. Gratitude for our practice. Thank you for joining me this morning. Namaste.